Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 and welcome to my live stream. My name is Julia Rose. I'm a psychic medium and Reiki master, and I pray this message finds you at the precise time you need it. As always, take what resonates with you and leave the rest for everyone else to find, as they are timeless collective messages. If I ever do talk about current transits, take what resonates from those things and leave them leave the rest for everyone else. All right? As always, we start my live streams with a bit of Reiki, so I'm going to go ahead and start that. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. A little bit impromptu. This one has been tossed all over the place. If you're open to receiving this energy activation, HSC, hello. Lisa, hello. If you're open to receiving this energy activation, we're tapping in with 111. Sean, welcome. We're tapping in with 111, everyone, if you're open to receiving. Mary Mambo. Hello, hello, hello. So happy you could make it. Oh, my heart. That's so beautiful and so unexpected. Welcome. Marco, welcome. Again, we're tuning into this Reiki session with 111 if you are open to receiving, or you can just drop that like that. Open. I offer this sage to all of your guides, ancestors, and angels who are welcome to help bring me messages today that you are meant to hear. I offer this also to my own guides, angels, and ancestors for the same purpose, also to the land spirits and to Gaia here. Okay, I hear you, Spirit. Don't let me forget. Violet, hello. Welcome, welcome. Oh, my hands are buzzing. So much energy pouring through. Welcome in, everyone. If you're open to receiving, we're tapping in with 111. A brief energy activation before we get started with the channeled messages. I apologize if you can hear any background noise. I'm just going to do my best to channel over that. That is A-okay. Just another moment here with this Reiki. I know Spirit was just giving me the download that I'm probably going to be doing a little bit of light language at the end of this session today, this live stream. I am still on vacation, Violet. I've got another week and a half. Yeah, another week and a half. So this is Mukite. This is for grounding, for cleansing, for balancing and protection, but also for softening towards self. Softening towards self. So, Spirit was having me say that we're going to be channeling a little bit of light language at the end of the session to help anchor some new light codes the earth, into the earth. I don't know if you've been seeing all of the seismic activity in the Ring of Fire, all of the volcanoes that stretch along the Pacific Ocean on the west coast of North and South America, all the way around to the most eastern parts of Russia and Asia, the rest of Asia there, China, Japan, and all of the countries a little bit south. Yeah, there's so much energy coming through my brain. Is like, whoa, 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 whoa. It's not working. All right. Picking up my selenite wand. Yes, Violet, it has been much needed. Much needed. Just another minute here with messages. I'm going to be pulling cards today. Off the bat, I only know where they wanted me to start, and usually I pick up more as we go. Hawkeye Nutrition, welcome. If you're open to receiving or tapping in with 111. We're almost finished here, though. We got another minute or so. Two. I meant to. Oh, why, thank you. I've been having a blast with them, Violet. You'll start to feel that lift out of your sacral. Some of you in your solar plexus or your root, as well as the throat. Ooh, there we go. Rox Fox, hello. Wow. It's a lot of energy moving, folks. A lot of you could be feeling a little unstable, as with Earth, taking one step at a time, staying hydrated, remembering when you're not in your own energy, remembering that it's not you, and offering your love and light as you release that energy that is just passing through. Okay, excuse me. Wow. I yawned to alchemize. And that felt like I reached the conclusion of it. So let us get a little bit into today's message. Again, I feel like for some of you, you've been feeling a little bit blocked. You've been feeling a little bit blocked, a little bit down, a little bit off your game. A little bit off your game. And Spirit wants me to remind you, and the core of this message today really is to go easy on yourself. Go easy on yourself. You've never evolved into this version of yourself that you're becoming. You've never seen them, the way they operate, the way they exist multidimensionally is something brand new to you. And that's not a process to rush. That's not a process to rush. That is something to cherish. It is something to magnetize. It is something to mix with magic and have a little silly fun. All right. Yeah, they're wanting me to anchor into the cards today just because it feels like there's a lot that wants to come through. Let's see. Where do you want me to start? Okay. If you haven't checked it out already, on Patreon, I uploaded a 2-pile pick a card on protection messages, and those were really intense. Those were really intense. So if you've been wanting to get a sneak peek of what Patreon looks like, you can find more information and a link to that in the description box below. So as you're starting to become this new version of yourself who is more liberated and yet grounded than ever before, I love that. More liberated and grounded than ever before, you're starting to see that this process, I feel like spirit is really trying to show you you can't rush this, okay? You can't rush this. These crown activations, these third eye activations that are complementing your solar plexus cleansing. So again, changes with the digestion, changes with the gut. It feels like spirit is showing you how to command your own energy. Spirit has been showing you how to command your own energy. Okay? How to step up into a presence that feels strong yet flexible. And I feel like a lot of you have been breaking through this idea of strength being control, strength being related to the rigidity of your practices and the rigidity of your mindset, in the sense that I'm seeing like a robustness or sturdiness, that this idea of sameness is actually something that you're growing out of. You're adopting a more open perspective about what it means to be true to yourself. Some of you have been deeply evaluating old goals, old commitments, and you're going to be noticing that the opportunity arises for you to communicate your new dreams, your new path. And I feel like some of you, yeah, here we go. Thank you. We've been, as a collective, we've been shown where certain patterns and certain beliefs, certain expectations that all of us, you and I, have been holding ourselves to are actually belonging to versions of us that don't exist anymore. You are a completely new person, and there are a few things in your life that are still catching up to this new identity that you've been cultivating. It has not been easy or simple or on the face of it, I'm hearing it has not been easy or simple on the face of it to come to this understanding of, oh my goodness, you're brand new. Some of these awakenings have felt like ego deaths. But in any case, it's been exactly what you needed in order to see that certain things in your life weren't working. And maybe these were deeply held commitments or deeply held beliefs that fostered a certain way of being. What spirit is trying to inspire in you, welcome in. Spirit is trying to inspire in you this self-trust to be able to create in a new way, to exist in a new paradigm that you decide resonates with you. Whether that's totally everything you've been doing up to this point, or you're on the cusp of some breakthrough changes that are going to liberate you, you'll know how to put that where it fits. You know the things that you're stepping out of. You know the things that you have been needing to incorporate or make room for. So with this Leo energy here coming through with a lion and courage, it's a real gift. It's a real gift. And it's also like you're on training wheels right now. So spirit's not expecting you to be able to go full speed ahead when you're just now figuring out that there are certain things in your life that you want to change, or there's certain things that you are finally ready to fully commit to, or you're fully ready to walk away from, whatever your particular circumstances are. This 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 feels like a steadiness. You could be seeing 444 a lot. Spirit helping to create stability. The title of this reading was your guides are alchemizing your life. And what I'm seeing is that your guides were already doing this. It's just now you're trusting it. Now you're fully in a collaborative spirit. Because there's another card that came out here, but I don't feel like we're quite there yet in this message where the energy is taking us. But here we have adaptation. Again, this flexibility, this fluidity that spirit is highlighting in you. But also, it's like, it's so intricate, and I'm hearing an ingenious. Like some of these things that you're going to be figuring out about your routine or how to simplify things. I feel like that's a really huge message for a lot of you. You're learning how to simplify certain, oh, how do you even say that? Ideas, patterns. You're just understanding that you don't need to do the most anymore to be content. You don't need to perform for other people. You don't need to give away all of yourself in order to be worthy of receiving your true worth. You're appreciating a new balance that spirit has been working with you, co-creating with you to model differently. And you're so protected. Again, the 4 is coming through so strongly. You're so protected. And I feel that you're starting to trust that more than ever. Genuinely more than ever. There's no need for extraction. When you realize that everything that you've been running from has only ever been trying to teach you about yourself and how to evolve, you understand the game that you're really playing is not ever anymore about how it looks, but how it makes you feel. When you are looking to escape, you're not allowing yourself the opportunity to learn all of the lessons that your soul has come here to learn. And so when you recognize that you actually are safe where you are, you don't need to be plucked out. You don't need to be on guard to be guarded. You understand that subtlety? you start to see that you can relax. You can let loose. You can have fun. You can open up. You can play. Again, this what was it they said? It was a strength yet flexibility. Mhm. Very true, Julia. But also, you start to release the expectation that others are going to commit to the same path that you have because you're not running and you're not outwardly focused anymore on, well, it would make you feel better if that person said that thing or that person behaved that way. When it's their own journey to learn through consequence, the same way you have. Self freedom does feel great. And a lot of you never thought you could provide that for yourselves, huh? So we have a lot of Taurian energy here. Some of you could have Leo or Taurus placements, or you could be noticing that certain lessons come around in these seasons. Mhm. Some of you are not drinking enough water. And I just heard, I know that. That was funny. Okay. They're like, skip to the tarot. I can do that. I'm listening. Mm, well, you don't ever really lose yourself. You just lose the part of you that is separate. But you are unique. Your capacity for contrast is improving dramatically. Spirit's very proud of that. Your ability to hold two perspectives at once. It can be this and that. And you can still stand over there and have your own opinion. That kind of thing. This energy feels really non-judgmental. Yeah, it just feels like you're so... They're just coming back to this sense of simplicity, and that really feels like a Taurian energy too, of not overextending yourself, not doing the most to overcomplicate things and go 100 miles a minute in your mind, but move absolutely nowhere ahead. Because you're starting to simplify how you see yourself. Oh, that's an interesting message. You're simplifying how you see yourself and not looking to create tension, but instead synthesizing everything. You've never been able to hold this much space for yourself. You're so used to holding space for everyone else. And it's kind of weird because you're like, wait, Spirit cleared out so much room in my life for me to actually focus on myself that what am I supposed to do now? And now you have all the time and availability emotionally. Huge. Availability emotionally to focus on all of these things that you've been wanting to build, wanting to prioritize. You've been praying for blocks to be cleared, roadblocks or delays to be cleared, and they are lifting. The more you start to focus on nurturing yourself and doing the things that make you feel good, that bring you back into alignment, that's all releasing this expectation of tension, which actually lets you float all the way to where you're trying to go. So that was one of the first images that came through for you. This, I know it's beautiful. This idea of having your feet on the ground but your head in the clouds. so grounded yet so clear. And I think some of you never expected, if you're not in this energy yet, you're going to be stepping into this. That's why you're seeing this reading. Where you're headed in your grounded energy, Taurus, is to genuinely have a clear mind. It just feels like so much space, so much stillness. Normally the messages feel so loud when they're coming through, but this particular reading feels so, I want to say so blasé. It's like, it's so easy. It just comes as it comes, and it'll go as it goes. Spirit's really needing you to take the pressure off, okay? They're needing you to take the pressure off because those intense, I don't know if you saw the light flash, but that intense analysis is preventing energy from shifting because you're so focused on one thing directly. That's meant to be for your meditations, not for worrying. That's meant to be for creating alignment in your mind, body, and spirit, not overcomplicating things that haven't happened yet. I just keep hearing your simplicity goes a long way. The easy flow, the effortlessness goes a long way. Make it as simple as possible for you to say yes. As simple as possible for you to say yes. It's really freestyling it today. I just feel like you guys are so focused on your health and well-being right now. So focused on feeling strong, feeling confident, and making the changes in your habits and routines that encourage you to feel that way. Feeling grounded, feeling clear. And not making excuses, and also not berating yourself for being where you're at. If everything wouldn't, you can't even make that up. If everything went, where'd that card go? Oh, you caught it. Thanks. Oh, come on. If everything went perfectly, exactly how you expected it to, you wouldn't learn anything. That's why you're not able to see that far into your future. And those of you who've been getting activated by certain visions of the future, you're not given the full picture. You're just given the essential, like, droplet, like the notification title. Because free will plays a role in how these things play out. Divine intervention absolutely exists when you believe that it exists. Okay. And that was literally the cards that came out. Divine intervention. Temperance and the Wheel of Fortune. You can't even make that up. Where is your trust these days, collective? Where is your trust? Everything is working out for you. Everything is always working out for you. Stop overcomplicating it. Oh, that's a huge message. So, a lot of you sensitive folks, myself included, are recovering perfectionists, recovering people pleasers. And because you understand how much the details make sense and really affect the greater whole of whatever this is, you've always had a tendency to want to nitpick those things. whether in you, in the things you work on, in others, because you know the difference that these things can make. But spirit needs you to understand that that is a type of control that is not allowing you to see. I'm seeing the forest for the trees. You're not able to see just how beautiful things already are for you because you're so focused on, well, this didn't happen at this time like I was told it would, or this didn't go like this like I expected it to. But you're not able to zoom out when you're in that energy of seeing, well, everything's actually been working out for you really nicely, hasn't it? Really nicely. And spirit will never put you in a position that you are stuck in. Remember that. Spirit will never put you in a position that you are stuck in. And if you're feeling stuck, that's an invitation to ask how your mind is treating you. How's your mind treating you? What kind of thoughts are you allowing? What kind of thoughts are you entertaining? Oh, wow. Ooh. I know. It's just the energy comes through and I can't help but react to it with you, okay? It's a marvel for me. The King of Cups. The King of Cups. The Chariot. Oh, there we go. Okay. Aha, there it is. The Chariot. And, surprisingly in reverse, the Seven of Cups. Funny how that one on the bottom looks like it's exploding open, which normally in upright it would be emptying, but not quite. That is this clarity coming in. That's also your disillusionment. Mhm. Yeah. Spirit needs you to remember and to train yourself when you start to get overwhelmed by, well, this isn't going that way. That's not going like that. This is not going like that. Your more objective view, your zoomed out lens, gives you a greater opportunity to appreciate the way spirit intervenes intentionally, the way your reality is being co created. Some of you are learning in this season how to trust more, and that trusting also means letting go. It means redirecting your mind towards peace and stillness so that the way forward can arise from within. This is not just mumbo jumbo. This is because I feel like for some of you, either you're either deep into your meditation practice or you've been on the fence or you're new. It feels like a gradient here. And for those of you who are seasoned practitioners of meditation, you probably remember when you started your journey that you were not a fan at all. You were like, oh, this is so boring. I can't do this. I can't sit here. This is awful. Welcome in. That you didn't want to sit with yourself that way because you didn't understand the value of it. But as you started to go deeper and lock in, you access this place of flow within yourself that feels so expansive and curious and full of light. It's that it is that clarity that spirit is trying to help you establish as your alignment. It is that emotional serenity as a reflection of your mental stillness. that is is aimed at helping you see exactly the way forward. Hmm. So if you're not enjoying meditation anymore, what makes you feel connected? What makes you feel connected and serene inwardly? Because the whole point of a meditation practice is to, like some yoga teachers say, is to practice off the mat, yoga off the mat. It's to help you build that alignment, that understanding of, "Hmm, I don't even want to say optimal functioning," because again, it's coming back for you to this comparison of, well, gosh, I shouldn't hate this. This is supposed to work. I shouldn't hate this. I shouldn't be so frustrated. Well, it's not working anymore, so I'm just gonna give up and never do it again. There's no point. Gosh, is it ever gonna be worth it? Am I ever gonna get over this? That's also part of your meditation, no? To see where your lack of acceptance for what is actually standing between you currently now and what you want. You must accept what is in order to change. And that doesn't come from berating yourself or getting annoyed with yourself for having feelings. That is normal. That is normal, that is human, and that is the ride we all signed up for, okay? That is the ride we all signed up for. I know there are some teachers that will say, you must meditate this way or it's not a meditation. I'm a fan of what works. We all have different needs and different trauma. We all have different purposes and different destinies. I'm a fan of what works. So ask yourself, take some time to journal. If you've been having a rough time with your meditation practice, what is it about this that really sucks? What is it about this that makes me so mad? Is it that you feel like you're not doing it right when the only wrong way is to not do it? Is it that your mind never settles, but emotionally there's something that you need to release and that's what's keeping your thoughts circling around the same things? Create more balance. Highlight the contrast. Highlight the contrast to see the way forward. Highlight the contrast to see the way through. And your practice doesn't have to quote unquote look perfect to be something that works for you. There's no 100% correct way to be spiritual. Of course, some idea of meditation fits into that. Of course it does. But who you are and your obligations change. Who you are changes. Your obligations change. The ways you can show up for yourself evolve as you become different. So naturally, what worked for you when you started might not work for you now. What's wrong with that? Nothing. That means you're growing, isn't it? Yep. King of Pentacles. The Devil. The Tower. Quite a row. King of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Tower. Someone here thinks that success is a trap. That was really specific. That's not for everyone. Something about becoming something or stepping into a version of yourself will trap you into one way of being. That is not true. That's not true. And Spirit's trying to show you that that is an old belief. That is an old belief. Okay, I don't remember anything I just said, so hopefully that landed with who it needed to reach. What else, Spirit? Welcome in, Norman. It came and then it left. Can you bring it back, Spirit? I know. It feels like some of you are afraid that with all of these spiritual attacks that you're going through now, or whatever that is or is not your experience, don't make it yours if it's not, please, because it's not everyone's experience. Some of you are afraid of evolving because of those things getting worse, but you have to understand that every time you move through something like that, you become more powerful. It never ends up going the way that these dark intentions are set out to affect you. It never goes that way. It always goes in your favor. That's the only reason Spirit would allow anything of the sort in your experience, to show you something about yourself that you couldn't see. Without that, it wouldn't happen, and it would be blocked. You're starting to see that because of these illusions crumbling, you are more powerful than you ever realized. You're like, why me? Why me? What did I do? You just shine, honey. You just shine. And that is so healing and so needed. Those things never last. The dark whatevers. It doesn't last. It serves its purpose and then it is removed. You're calling your power back from so many things. So many things. And it's actually, I feel like that's what's most shocking to you, is how much you've been able to withstand. Yeah, there is a shock factor here. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? You have to understand that your light doesn't only alchemize other people's lives, it alchemizes your own. It alchemizes your own timelines. So if you step up into more power, then chaos ensues, then that's because there was stuff that was preventing you from being in your light that had to be exposed and cleared. Because if you can't see it, you can't change it. If you don't see why something is affecting you or what is affecting you, then how are you supposed to change something you can't see or you don't know? You don't know what you don't know until you know. And then when you know, that's when you make a new choice. But what is the perspective, the story that you hold around that? Is it that chaos ensues, or that spirit shows you everything you need to know so that you can keep going on to your highest timeline? It doesn't have to be more than that. But you decide how these things play out emotionally for you. I can feel the winds. You decide how these things play out emotionally for you. And again, be easy on yourself. You're not supposed to see all of these things until it's time for you to take action. That's usually dependent on lessons that you need to learn. And that's okay. That is quite literally what you signed up for. That is the journey. Learning through experience. Jose, miss you too. Welcome. Okay, one more. No, it's not. It's not. That's not the last row, Spirit. No, it's not. We're just getting started. What do you mean? Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Fine. One more card. Just one. Just the one. Just the one. Okay, that's a lot, but we're going to take the one that actually fell. Wow. Wow. That's different. You've been presented with a lot of choices. A lot of choices. 2 of wands. A lot of choices. Ace of Wands. Look at that. The shielding. Kundalini serpents. The medicine. Hermetic medicine? Question mark? I don't know. Does anyone know the name for the symbol here in the middle? Ace of Wands. 5 of Pentacles. And the 6 of Cups. That's powerful. And also it feels like quite the turn of events. It feels like the things that you thought would isolate you are actually freeing your soul. That's deep. The things that you thought were going to isolate you are freeing your soul and putting you back in touch with that sweetness of your inner child, healing that, healing the ability to express that, not just in private, but in public too. Wow. That is all a result of you going easier on yourself. Caduceus, medical symbol. Thank you. Thank you, Marianne. Tracy, hello. So I know I said earlier that I was going to do a bit of light language. That's going to be a different video that I upload shortly. That's probably going to be Friday, if I'm being totally honest. It's going to be Friday. Because I want to do it tomorrow, but I've got a bunch of readings. I got a bunch that I'm doing. I'm so excited. But it's probably going to be Friday. If it's not tomorrow, it's going to be Friday. And then I will see you on Saturday morning for our live stream. If you're new here, welcome. Please subscribe to my channel. And I'm going to pull a couple more cards to close out this message from the Spirit Animal Oracle. And then I'll let you enjoy the rest of your evening. Wherever you are, whenever you are. It's evening here for me. Hi, Nevaeh. Happy you popped in. Me too, Mary. Me too, Violet. If you want to check out what I've got going on, or you want to book a personal reading or Reiki session, the link for that is in the description box below. I also offer a 50% discount code for Mindful Souls monthly crystal subscription box. They also have a monthly ritual box, which is different, but both, your first one comes with a free gift. So do take advantage of that. Super awesome, high quality, crazy, crazy, crazy intentional boxes. Like, just chef's kiss. I got this amulet that I have yet to take off from that company, and it has just been so perfect. The code for that is Julia50, all caps, no spaces. Oh, Mary, you're so sweet. Yeah, that was a great reading. Oh, thanks, girl. Having fun, I know, and ADHD because I forget everything. Thank you. I know, I was having so much fun with them. Thanks, fam. Oh my god. You're so sweet. Okay, Spirit, show us. What spirit animals want to come through today to close out this reading? All right, shoot me an email. Shoot her a message. Wait. Yeah. Reach out. Alrighty. Spirit, come on. I'm just gonna pick one. Lots of throat chakra activations here for you. Whoa. Whoa. Happy birthday, Lindsay. Oh my gosh, you came on to say hey. Happy freaking birthday. Oh. I pray you have a beautiful year full of abundant friendships, laughter, and love. You're so welcome. Came on to get some Julia wisdom. Well, we're just wrapping up, dear. Okay. Spirit. So we were waiting for you, Lindsay. We were waiting for you because the deck wouldn't speak until you came on. So I hope that these resonate. Oh my gosh. So like I was saying before, you guys, the giraffe spirit number 29 is coming out to say, see the big picture. Ease up on yourself and see the big picture. Wow. Beautiful. Then we have, I love this card. Oh, these are so perfect. If you haven't had a chance to see the last live stream that I did, it wasn't the new moon reading that I did. It was the one before that last week. It was last Thursday's live. Please check that out. We have the dog spirit coming through to say, be loyal to what you love. Be loyal to what you love. That's number 19. That's also the sun. I feel like you all, those of you who have doggos in spirit, they're very much around you. Okay? And that's for everyone who has a doggo in spirit, that my higher self is screaming that. Okay? And then we have the butterfly spirit. Transformation is beautiful. Number 11. You could be seeing 1111. You could be having a lot of crown chakra activations. You could also be seeing 222. Oh, Tracy, bless your heart. Your puppo's right there. Transformation is beautiful. And wasn't this what we were talking about too with how you are caring for yourself changing as well? You are different, so therefore your needs are different. And that is a beautiful thing to grow and evolve. It's time to celebrate all day, all night. That's number 38, the lizard spirit. Dream the world into being. Because I wanted to reference, you guys remember that reading with this card. I wanted to reference that earlier. That was last Thursday's reading. I have no idea what it was called. Yeah, I don't remember. But I will put it in the description box of this video. Lizard spirit, dreaming the world into being. Your words create worlds, my friends. And that was the sum conclusion of that reading. So as you are learning to ease up on yourself, you're also creating a life of flow. Mr. Brightside just started blaring from the TV downstairs. Perfect. All right. Oh my gosh, that's what I have for you. Stay tuned for that light language activation, okay? That'll be coming in the next couple of days. 3. 3 of them. Nice catch, Mary. 3 of the 4. So you could be seeing 333 or 34 as well. All right. Is there anything else that wants to come through, Spirit? I think that's it. I believe that is it. I pray you all have a beautiful day, night, evening, wherever you are, whenever you are. Happy birthday to Lindsay. God bless your heart, Tracy. You're so, so welcome. I vision. I love that. I don't know if you've commented on the live stream, but I'm happy you're here. Welcome. All right. Good night, everyone. Sending a little bit of this over to your space. The highest love and light, I release you, and I release this message with you. All right? Take care. Good night, everyone.